Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. It all started when I was having my regular teeth cleaning. I get my teeth cleaned every month and a half. I know that's a lot more than what the insurance company pays for, which is twice a year. But if they're willing to pay for twice per year, you got to realize you needed a whole lot more. A lot of times, heart disease actually starts with gum disease. And because heart disease runs in my family, I want to make sure that that doesn't happen. So it's a preventative measure. It's not really about my teeth, it's about my heart. But when you think about it, it's important. A lot of people say, well, that's a luxury I can't afford. Well, maybe not that often. When you think about it, it's about 7 trips, just 10 trips to Starbucks. Yeah. A dinner out with a friend. It's about 7 trips to get a salad somewhere else. And I just choose to put my money where my mouth is. Well, I always like to go for the earliest appointment, which is 7 o'clock in the morning. And there are good ways from my house, but I get up early and I go. I hadn't eaten anything because didn't want that left right there. And my stomach was growling like I had never eaten in my life. It was so very loud. It was as if each hidden speck of food that was removed from my teeth had made my stomach hungrier. As if every hint of tea stain on my teeth made me long for it even more. After I was done, we laughed about my growling stomach and that I better grab something to eat. I was on my way back home and I was dreading this one part of my trip that gives me a great deal of pause. I always get in the far left lane because this place is on the right and I don't want to have any encounters with this place. They've not treated me well in the past. Well, actually, they treat me really sweetly, but it's not good for me. And it happened. I got to the corner. I tried to time things so that I would have a green light and go through and not even have to look at this place. But as if I was willing it to happen, that light turned red. Typically, on mornings like this, the traffic is piled up next to me, and there is no option to come from my lane and pull over and go down that street and turn into that driveway to pull up to where that sign says, Hot Now. That Krispy Kreme donut light was flashing, and I had all access. There was no traffic behind me that would block me from getting over there to quell the growling in my stomach. I told myself, you can just get a coffee. Their coffee is good. And then that little voice within me that has become the saving grace so many times said a mantra that I've been practicing for many years. A lot of people think that I'm just calm and disciplined and have an orderly life, but it's this mantra that saves me. I looked at that Hot Now sign and I looked at that Krispy Kreme logo and I thought about those tasty, hot glazed donuts and how I would eat one so quickly that the second one called my name. And I looked at it and I said, I already know what that tastes like. I already know what that tastes like is a phrase that I use for many situations when I see going into them. When I see ego or arrogance or divisiveness, I have to tell myself, I already know what that tastes like. But if I'm honest, that doesn't always work. Willpower is not as strong as prevention. And what should have done was grab that protein bar and put it in my bag so that after I had my teeth cleaned, I could have had that protein bar instead, or that orange that was on the counter. Prevention is much better than willpower. That far lane thing only works sometimes. But what works when willpower won't work is looking into the future. And I looked into the immediate future of eating that donut or two, and I could feel the migraine that ensued. I could feel myself waking up the next morning with splitting migraine because sugar doesn't sit well with me. And my children often say that it is retribution for having told them sugar was the reason for the slave trade. I only said it when they asked for Kool-Aid because everybody else had it. The other thing I need to do sometimes is, and I look in the immediate future and I see something negative, I need to see something positive. So I looked down the road into the future of when I got home, and I knew that all the choices that I needed, that I wanted, that my body was longing for, would be waiting for me. I also looked into the future and saw a healthy life, one that was not gripped with the temptations that pull me in the wrong direction. I saw the joy of just running around. I knew what sugar does to my joints and how it locks me up. And so I saw a brighter day. I'm doing that now with so many things. It is not that I'm just patient with ego and arrogance and the systemic stuff that pulls us all under, because aren't they all based in ego and arrogance? My own and that of others. I look into the future and I see a brighter day when the we becomes stronger than the me, and what I want is less important than what we all need. I already know what the other tastes like. I can't wait for the future. We're going to get there, and we're going to get there really soon. I love you.